Bear Creek Tiny Houses. Bill Rockhill is in right now. William, Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
Welcome back. So how's the little house building going?
It's booming.
It is booming.
Tiny houses are a big thing.
I thought it was incredible. I was going down the thruway, and one of these tiny houses, and it might have been yours, was traveling down the thruway, I don't know, a month ago, and it was being pulled by a pickup truck.
Yeah,
you don't need some giant tractor trailer for these.
No, we design them so that they can be pulled by the average heavy-duty pickup truck. For the most part, they've grown over the past few years to being longer and a little heavier, but the average one-ton truck can get it down the road.
And you're going to be speaking at the TEDx event.
Yeah, I was honored by being asked to put in an app for the TED Talks in September 10th in the MVCC at the Schaefer Theater, and I'm real excited about it.
What are you going to tell? I mean, this is a craze going on now, but beyond that, I think it's something that's going to stick around.
Well, my life's made a big transition from the Bronx to the Adirondacks, and from big houses to tiny houses, and there's such a huge amount of people that we help out that are do-it-yourselfers, that are interested in seminars and apprenticeships, that now I've been requested to help out with STEAM classes. And it's, you come to a fork in the road in your life, and this is a real rewarding portion, is to help other people learn the trade. So it's we've been doing STEAM classes. We did... we built a tiny house for Harrisville
Explain
Central School.
what team classes or STEAM classes are.
STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. Typically, that was an acronym from college. It's STEM, and they added in the A. And now we just did one in Westminster College a couple of weeks ago, and then we spent the weekend there with their students, and now they're going to come visit us and stay with us.
Interesting.
You said this is like a big thing, and Bill said he sees them all over the place. How did you start doing this? Did you have like an in-law or a relative who came to stay, and you're like, I'm putting them out there?
Yeah, mother-in-law. No, we were building big houses in the Adirondacks, and because of the long winter season, we would build 2 seasons, so it would go a year and a half building a 7,000 square foot house. So we started out building little, customers requested having a small guest house while we built the big house.
Oh, okay.
And then the neighbors would see the small house and begot, and then we had a sawmill. We've made about 200 or so small structures in the past 25 years. So.
And you really could pick it up and move it if you wanted, right?
The new norm is something called Tiny Houses on Wheels, or THOW. That's the acronym. And we buy very specially built trailers, and the buildings are built right on the trailer, and they're completely self-contained.
Wow. Do you do basements with these at all?
On the ground-based ones, yes. At first, we did mostly ground-based, smaller or tiny houses, and now the new norm is to be able to be portable.
Give me a price range on the portable.
They've gone up because of the amenities that go with them. They started out in the 25s and 30,000, and now they're pushing the limit of 50 to 75,000.
Wow.
Not in. Other than the fact that customers want granite countertops and washer and dryer and upstairs and downstairs.
As I'm driving by this vehicle on the thruway, you could see right in the window, and you could see the banister, and see like a solid oak banister, and it looked like it was all tricked out. It looked really beautiful.
Well, and then we put our Adirondack footprint or fingerprint on them, so that it's we give it the corbels and rustic look to them,
right?
And so that they're not rubber stamped looking. We have that Adirondack flavor to them. So
I noticed that the over at Herkimer Diamonds, they have the KOA campgrounds. They have a lot of those little what are they called? They're
camping cabins.
Cabins,
sure.
And they seem like they're going down this road of little tiny houses.
Well, they were cutting edge. Really, 25 years ago or so, KOAs started their camping cabin craze. And they really were some of the real revitalization of mini cabins and camping cabins. Yeah. Well before the new norm of within 8.5 feet by 13.6 to be able to go down a highway. KOAs are wider and taller than what an owner can move without a permit.
And you creatively use every ounce of space in these little houses.
And you really strive to use double and triple use of that space. You know, like a table may fold down and then you'll have storage behind it. You may have a bookcase that also acts as a bench, you know, things like that.
Do you find these are, do you market to people who typically have an RV, or is that a different group of people that you're not really reaching?
Well, and this is how the whole STEAM and STEM came along, and the demographic is changing, Jeff. There's, and I don't want to, not on a downer note. There's a desperation in the population. Right. It's become a necessity for many people, and I found the demographic is young couples starting out that don't want to buy in to the white picket fence. The second demographic is empty nesters that they don't want to mow the lawn forever. Right. They want to have a life, but they want something more substantial than an RV that may or may not fall apart. Mm-hmm. And the scariest one is single women between 35 and 60 that are alone or have young kids, and, you know, one income, and that's the biggest demographic right now.
Scaling down.
Is scaling down, and you know, women that really want, because I would say more times than not, a single guy, will probably be able to get a little building done on his own with his buddies, where a woman probably would not. Not that, and that's where the STEAM and the STEM classes come in the seminars. I actually have an apprentice now, a single mother of.
Well, I was going to bring that up because I just had a story that I didn't get to here today, and it's on a national assessment of technology and engineering skills throughout the country. So we're doing that in terms of education right now. And on the second year, 8th grade girls scored higher on average than 8th grade boys. All of a sudden, you're seeing girls getting involved in this technology field. Are you seeing that?
Unbelievably happily so.
Yeah.
I had a seminar about a year ago, and we had a bunch of attendees, and a single mom was amongst the attendees, and she looked at me and said, "I want to do this myself. I want to learn." And I said, "Well, ask." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I go, "You have to, you know, I can't drive you here. You have to." Right. And she's been coming every Monday for 7 months.
Wow.
And now she's wiring whole buildings for me. She's able to do plumbing. She's able to build cabinets with my son. She's really, you know, really turned into a mainstay. I wish I could have her 5 days a week.
Wow. And, you know, you see a lot of this on these HGTV programs where the woman is going in, she's got the tool belt on, and she's, you know, they're flipping a house or something. So you kind of see that's played a bit of a role. But I think we're also doing a focus on making sure that young girls that are in school are thinking about, you don't have to go the traditional route. You can get involved in building or technology or anything like that.
Well, it shouldn't be the guys get the axes and the hammers and the girls get the dolls.
Right.
The girls are very, very capable, you know, and you know, this girl is a really positive force in my business and shop.
Okay, if somebody's interested, how do they get with you? And
well, we have a website, BearCreekTinyHouses.com. Our Facebook is Bear Creek Carpentry, spell out company. Bear Creek Carpentry Company and spell out company.
Got it.
And we are doing a media thing, tinyhousesbigstories.com.
All right. So. Easier. I mean, I'm assuming it would be harder to build like a full-size house, but a tiny house has got to be. You got to be much more creative, I would think, when it comes to space.
Well, last time I was here, Bill, you mentioned how big I was, so I've been going to the gym.
You're looking good.
You got me. You how do you fit in the house? You said to me. So I've been going to the gym. So yes, it's a lot of stuff. It's 25 pounds in a 5-pound bag. So.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm with you. Great stuff. Congratulations. And the TEDx talk is coming up in September. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Good stuff. Quick break. Coming right back at WIBX.